Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back to the channel. My name is MrBattlecharge, and I will be your host. Today, we're going to play some Total War Rome. This is an older, probably real-time strategy, I would assume. One of an all-time greats, though. I'm playing this one before we get into Total War Rome 2, which I want to be the main game I play on Tuesdays. So we'll just play this one a little bit just to get us a little background going on. As you can see, we're just starting here, so we'll start as the House of Julii, and we will jump right in. Perfect. So for this game, you have in this one specifically, since we're part of the Roman factions, we have the SPQR, who kind of is the head senate of all of Rome, and then we're miniature factions acting on behalf of Rome. So in theory, right now, all of this is Rome. Now, because we're different factions within Rome, everything we do kind of corresponds. If I declare war on Gaul, for example, then so too will the Scippies and the SPQR and even the Brutis. In this case, since I'm playing as one of them, if, for example, Bruti was to declare war on one of the Greek factions, I wouldn't be called into it right away. I have the ability to make my own decisions, kind of, in that respect. It's not really a decision so much as a lack of a decision. So the SPQR will give us like me, Brutis, the Scippies, missions, like you saw at the beginning there, for us to accomplish in order for Rome to prosper. In this case, they want us to take this town here. There's going to be other ones like blockade ports, get a trade agreement, find where certain factions, provinces are, you know, these sort of things. So we'll start by taking this one, since that is the first quest given to us. If I remember correctly, which I probably may not, I won't have the ability to take this town right away if I had just moved my main troops here in. If I had moved the second troops down here where Vibius was, then I would have been able to, but I want to use my whole army so that way I'll minimize casualties. You'll see I only lost a few here in my Triaries, the rest of them are fine, which is okay by me. There we go, so we took that settlement, and as a result they give me bounties, so that way it's kind of an encouragement for me to actually go out and do it. So I got more money, which is great. Money makes the world turn. I like setting all my town tax incomes to very high at the beginning, just because it helps lower population growth, which is good, gives me more time to keep my population lower, which will have my public order stay more or less higher for longer. Let's see, let's choose someone to worship. Each person who you worship gives you bonuses. You'll see here, population growth bonus, an additional happiness bonus, and happiness bonus due to law. So public order will go up 10% in each of these two, and 5%. 5% is pretty standard across. Every shrine gives you 5% as the basic one, plus an extra bonus. In this case, it's these two are similar. You'll notice the law part is a little different than happiness throughout. There's not too much difference. That's worth noting. I usually like to go with series because sorry, because once we turn it from a shrine to a temple, then our main characters here can get what is it called? A retinue, by having a priestess or a priest of the certain person we're worshiping. And in the case of series, it'll have them more chance to have children, which I like, because more children means I have a bigger family. A bigger family means I can have more people in my towns managing them. So you'll see from my family tree here, Flavius Julius is the leader of the faction. He has 3 sons. Lucius Julius is the faction heir. He's next in line to take the throne. He has 3 kids, one of whom is Vadia, a daughter here, and then 2 sons. Now the daughters, once they reach the age of 10, they've been considered mature. They're not like a playable character. The only use for them is bringing in a marriage, so you can have outside family members join in. So if like I don't have enough family members, then someone will be like, oh, I want to marry your daughter. Oh, perfect. And then boom, I can have them head up a city. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, males at the age of 16 mature, and then they become a playable character like Vibius or Flavius here, and then I can put them in a city where usually having someone in your city increases public order. Depending on their traits and retinues, it may or may not actually, it'll fluctuate. Let's see if I have any that are negative modifiers. No. I guess not at the moment, but you'll notice traits and things can be gained by them actively going out and performing tasks. Like if they're constantly winning battles, then they'll get confident commander increases. They'll go from confident commander to skilled commander to whatever the top one is. If they constantly break sieges all the time beforehand and are good at it, then they'll get the modifiers that way. If they're in politics, which is a Roman thing, you can't have it in any other faction, then you get the politician influences. As you see here, +3 influence. He's pretty good at being a politician. +15% to your popularity with the Senate, which is good. There's a whole bunch of other things which we'll see as the game progresses. You have spies here, which you can use to infiltrate towns, and they can destroy buildings. Well, not destroy buildings, but hurt buildings. They can help open the barricade when you're trying to attack early. Diplomats do as their title would entail. They help establish diplomatic ties, so you can get trade relations going, or alliances, or those sort of things. Boats are mainly used for ferrying people across from point A to point B, also for blockading ports. And naval battles. That way you can stop your enemies from landing on your land. Now, so we were talking about, right, so I like to have series to begin with. I don't know why I picked that. That seems weird to me. I think actually for this one we'll start by getting the barracks up, because I want to have more troops ASAP. I'll start you with some boats. There we go. Alright, so that's about as much as we can do in the first round. So we will save and carry on. I like to always have map information given in there, just because I like to kind of fill in the borders of the map so I know where each country lies, so I can plot my next moves. Usually, what was I just talking about? Something about map information. Oh, right. The beginning of the game, map information is relatively cheap. So you notice that I paid $350 for what is essentially 7 cities. Scalabus over here, these 4, and then 2 over here. Later game, places that will have like 2, 3, 4 cities, they'll be asking for thousands of dollars. It'll be hard to keep up with, so I like to do it at the beginning just so I get all the borders of the map in, and then once it becomes just a game of trading cities rather than exploring the map, it'll be less expensive for me, because it'll be, well, I don't need to see the whole territory, I just need to see that you own the new city, and then it's less expensive. I'm not going to say it's going to be $350 expensive, because it won't, but yeah, so see the Temple series, which each increases the provisions. So you see population growth bonus is now 1%, it was at 0.5. Public order due to happiness was at 5%, and now it'll be up to 10. Some things too, like the barracks, instead of here's the basic one, so I can only get town watch like I have here in Aramina. That's why I wanted to get a barracks, because all I have is town watch, which is, I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the greatest. And then I get new units, which will be better, and as you continue to increase this, sometimes it'll allow you to have experience already given to certain units, so they'll come out not only as better units, but better trained units, which is good. So, let's start getting some of these around.
No more moves. Capacity of service without delay.
Your Honor, searching for...
Now I'm going to leave... Nope. There we go. Here you guys can go there, and then from there, we're going like that.
Forward! No more moves, sir. Aye, Captain.
Alright. Next, so you see, Brutus declared war on the Greeks. Now in this case, I believe they are last to go after in the order of things. Out of us Romans anyway. So they declared war on the Greeks. Where is it? Oh, it was the Scipies. Was it the Scipies? Oh, I guess what happened was, so the Scipies was the last to go. They declared war on the Greeks, and then as a result, when it came around to the Brutus' turn, they had to declare war. So they're now at war now. Even though you'll notice, you know, their units and everything are over here. They don't have anything anywhere nearby. They didn't declare or attack or anything. So.
Sir.
Spain area. Go up. German area.
Waiting your command.
These are some troops. One more diplo. Didn't I build anything last turn from you? No? No. Oops.
Sir,
Right, so we're gonna have to declare war on you eventually, so we might as well do it now just to get you out of the way. Yes,
Victory!
one left.
Ready to ambush. Orders, move out. No more moves, sir.
At your service.
Alright, so I declared war, so you'll notice next turn the other three Roman factions will have declared war too. Let's get him in here, see what we're up against. Not a whole lot. There we go, see? Just like that. But you'll notice I'm not at war with the Greeks yet. See, I don't have the Greeks as an enemy like these ones do.
Sir, without delay.
There's a little town there.
Moves depleted, sir. Sir, your honor.
Alright, so let's try and take Batavium.
Orders, attack. Besieging
See?
settlements,
So I have a
sir.
spy in there, so they've infiltrated and the gates are open for me to attack. So it's like a Trojan horse situation, except I don't necessarily think he went in on a horse. There we go. So I didn't have to wait the time to build the siege equipment or just wait it out. And an extra boat. Alright.
Fleet ready.
Let's see here.
Yes. Honor.
Alright. Moving on. Wow, I think that's this one down here. Yes, it is. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving these units over here.
Forward.
And then I'll move these units to the boats,
Move out.
along with these units. Which we'll use to take.
March. Orders. Set sail! Moves depleted, sir! Your Honor. At once, out of moves. Yes, at once. No more moves.
Yes, master. Searching for clues.
You see there's a bunch of negative modifiers on him already. Don't know how he got them necessarily, but alright, so I don't think there's anything else we're going to do necessarily this turn. We're waiting for waiting for the boats to get there. As a Roman faction, it's better not to get too ahead of yourself and just take land like crazy, because you also have to play the politics game of it using the Senate tab, which is unique. You'll notice on the Senate floor over here, the Senate has an opinion of you, as do the people. The people love it when you just take land all greedy and expand Rome, because they don't see the politics side of it. They just see that Rome is doing really well, and they go, "Oh, that's all thanks to the it's all thanks to the Julies. That's fantastic." The Senate goes, "Well, the Julies are just taking up land like crazy. They're trying to expand their influence, and we want them to, slow the roll a little bit, share the wealth." So that's why when we do things that they want us to do, we get influence with the Senate. The influence with the people does or does not flow based on our completing missions that way. It's more about how aggressive we are. If we're aggressive, they like it. If we're not aggressive, they don't like it. So you kind of have to be aggressive while being aggressive in the way that the Senate wants you to be. The Senate policy, you can see how they feel about certain nations. Like, what's one that they're okay with? Let's see if it's mass. No. Yeah, so they want some diplomatic relations with Macedon. So it's kind of like nothing going on. So it seems they want a positive relationship going here. From here, it's kind of like, well, we don't know anything about them. We don't know what they have, so it's kind of mute. If you look over here, these people are not to be, or they are to be treated with a degree of hostility. They don't like them the most. They're talking about their weak navy, how our ships are superior, and how we would be able to rein them in without too much loss. So, we're back over here.
Fleet ready! Set sail! Moves depleted, sir!
Nope, don't want to do that just yet.
Orders?
Yes, master. Searching for clues.
Noble master, you are mistaken, sir. Your honor moves depleted.
There's the Britons.
Yes, I shall speak with them at once.
Good. Where's the town? There we go. The Germans.
At once.
You pigs. Wait. There we go. Look at all that land.
Without delay. My dear sir, without delay, out of moves.
Alright. Next turn. I don't know what to do. You bastards. Let's see.
ready to sail. Set sail. Leaving the army. All ashore. Order. Prepare for battle.
Games a bit drunk. I saw it. I got rid of it because I was too click happy. But throwing games is another unique Roman thing, like the Colosseum and whatnot. They throw games to help improve public order,
Without delay.
but it costs money,
Move depleted.
and you need to have a Colosseum built, or you can have Rome itself pay for it at their expense by completing certain missions, like I just did. So that's always nice. Alright, so I think the next mission will probably be something like either take Mediolanum, take Massilla, Narbonne Martius is another one that usually comes up. Maybe the one down here, I think it's Segestica. That's somewhere around here. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yes. Without delay. Honor. Sir, at once. Out of moves.
Okay, the port of Carthage. Alright. Well, it's right over there.
Fleet ready. Set sail. Attack. Victory! Set sail. Sir! Forward! Moves depleted, sir. Forward! Out of moves, sir.
Perfect.
Waiting to
Now, let's see. He's most grateful. That just means you're not going to do anything. It's like, oh, yes, good job. So, this guy got a position in the council, or the Senate rather, the office of Quaestor, the lowest office, in charge of treasury and record keeping. Where's this? There we go. So you'll notice a lot of them right now, they're all SBQR because it's the beginning of the game. Usually the people they have higher standings of on the Senate floor, they kind of give positions in here, because the more you're doing for Rome, the more likely you'll do for Rome, so give them places in the Senate so that way they can continue to serve Rome well. Yeah, they give extra bonuses, usually influence some management. I think only command comes from Pontifex Maximus. I don't remember, it's been a while. Alright, so we don't have a new mission at this point, so we'll just assume that anyone we're going to get is going to be a conquer land, or it might be declare war on Greek by blockading a port, probably Thermon here, or maybe Sparta down here. Remains to be seen. Alright, next turn, let's find a mission. Give it to me. Gimme. Yeah. Get a trade agreement to see it. Alright, well I have somebody on his way kind of, so I might be able to do it right. Ah, so close.
Sir, without delay.
Actually, I think I forgot to move my diplomats last round. Oops.
Without delay, I shall speak
Move out the
once.
way.
delay. No more moves. General, onward!
Oh, they're poor farmers. Poor farmer, dislikes farming. Yeah, so you'll see this one's -1 output, and then dislikes farming is like -2. Yeah.
Imperator!
Local hero. Oh my.
Orders! Orders! Onward! Sir! Forward! Move completed, sir!
So if you remember from earlier, one of the
Victory!
Gaul leaders had a good ambusher trait. The way you do that is, so you'll see, notice here, Amulius Julius here is in bushes, he's just kind of crouched. That's the ambush ready position. So that way if somebody's walking down here, like if I wanted him to move in this direction, he'll have just straight green lines. You'll notice, like, if I want to go next to Epidorix, I have kind of browned outline, and that's because that means, hey, there's somebody there and he'll stop your movement. But because he's ambushed, they can't see him, so it'll be all green, and then I'll try and go in there, and then he'll spring and attack right away, and that'll give us a little extra bonus attacking him. Decorated hero. Local hero to decorated hero. Oh no, one's a retinue. A retinue. Yeah, one's a trait. Look at that. Oh yeah, let's just do that.
Sir, I shall speak at once.
Nailed it.
Without delay, moves depleted.
Quite. Some of those are the horses? Yes, they are the horses. He's horsey.
Move out! Orders! Move out! Aye, Captain.
Now the reason I still have these boats here is because usually what happens is as soon as I take them away to go off and do other things, the next Senate mission I'm going to get is, oh hey, blockade that port again. And I want something that's more like take Mediolanium, you know? So, I didn't move my diplos. Blockade the port of Thurn, of course.
Fleet ready! Set sail! Out of move, sir! Fleet
I like having them in fours. I'm a little OC in that way.
sir! Fleet ready! Yes, Captain! Sir! Imperator! Orders! March! Imperator! Onward! Combining troops! March! Out of move, sir! Awaiting your command. At once. Sir, without delay, noble master. Without delay. No more moves.
So Britannia's attacking the Germans, it looks like. They're allied with the Gauls. Back to the Gauls. Let's see, I have Spain on there? No. Spain is only attacking Carthage, which is fine. Carthage has a lot of enemies. Classic. The Seleucid Empire, usually whenever I play through, there's two countries that have a lot of trouble at the beginning and they're usually gone first. One is the Seleucid Empire, because they have a lot of enemies. And the other one is Macedon. Or Macedonia, rather. Macedonia usually gets swallowed by a combination of Greek/Roman/Thracian effort. The Seleucids over here, they have Pontic, Armenian, Carthaginian, and Egyptian influences trying to tear them apart, and they usually don't do well. It's kind of a cultural thing, I guess, because Seleucids are relatively Greek, and all the other ones are non-Greek. Non-Greek. I mean, Pontus and Egypt used to be Greek at some point, but when they broke away, they kind of, I guess, changed cultures. I'm not sure how it worked exactly, but they look differently. Their cities look differently. The characters look differently. All those things. Macedonia, the Greeks and Thracians are all the same culture in theory, but the Thracians are a little bit more barbaric. They have a lot more barbaric troops, but then at the same time they have a lot of similar troops like Military Hoplites. But I guess it's that barbaric nature of Thrace that leads them to take usually Bylazora up here. Thessalonica itself usually is sent to Roman, and then the two down here, Larissa and what's this one? I forget now. Pretty sure it starts with a C. Those ones usually go to Greek. They usually get Athens over here, but then lose it to Greek as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Well, I feel silly. Nice.
Sir! Onward! Combining troops! Move out! Orders! Onward! Merging armies, ready to ambush! Imperator! Orders! Attack! Retreat! Out of mood, sir!
There you go. See? Fruitful. Increases the chance of having children as a result of the Temple series, and also this one increases farming output. So hopefully that'll help take back some of the negative modifiers from the disliking farming. Farm fertile. So you'll notice that's going to be a common trait among most of my leaders,
Yes.
which is good. I like having fertility.
Cannot do that, sir.
Oh yeah, we're still trying to get Thurman, that's right.
Fleet ready! Yes, Captain!
Nailed it.
Fleet ready! Aye, aye, Captain! No more moves, sir! Fleet ready! Set sail!
So this round we should have completed that mission, which will give us a new mission. Let us see. Now I'm going to do it only just to get the map info. Usually when there's a ceasefire, they're more likely to give in to a little bit of something. And in this case, map information is a great one there. See, I didn't have to give them any money for their map info. They just gave it as a result of the peace treaty, which will mean I will probably lose that blockade. Yeah, there you go. And they're like, oh, you lost it? Go get it.
Attack!
Which will piss Carthage off a bit, but I don't care that much. Well, let's take a quick look back over here and see where no longer enemies with Egypt. That's interesting, because Egypt is allied with everybody who usually tries to swarm you, and they usually try to swarm you. Oh well.
Aye, Captain! Fleet ready!
Alright. so
Yes, Captain.
this round,
No more
hopefully,
moves, sir.
I should not have any
Honor.
blockade requests. It should be all attack, 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 attack.
Sir.
So we will go and attack, 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 attack.
Onward. Out of move, sir. Onward. Zero. Imperator. Orders, sir. Prepare for battle.
There. Confident attacker, confident commander, all that just from that one battle. Anything else? Local hero, that's nice.
Imperator. Move up.
Good. Still doing that.
Yes,
Back in there,
Master.
you.
Watching and waiting.
Not
You're
even
on.
have you down here anymore, I guess. Well, maybe.
Honor. Moves depleted, sir. Can I be of service? Your honor.
Alright,
Can I be of service? Without delay. Yes. Without delay.
out of the way. Where's these?
Your honor. Without delay.
Out of the way. No moves, sir. Alright. Did I get a new mission? I've already forgotten. Blockade Carthage, which I'm doing. Yep, perfect. Alright. New mission, new mission, new mission. Take Medellini. More dogs, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That's not a mission though. Gives me nothing.
Imperator. Onward! Fleet ready.
That leads me to suspect that,
Honor.
oh no, they
At
didn't.
once.
Actually, I should have checked. Did they? I feel like they did. Let me take a look. No, still at war. Okay. Weird. Allied with Armenia. I mean, I vaguely remember it being like that not too long ago, but I just...
Yes.
That's weird.
I shall speak with
not
them
normal.
at once. I shall speak with them at once.
Wham. Look at that map.
Your honor.
Go on, map.
No more moves.
Map it up.
Awaiting your command. Without delay.
Rude.
Your honor. Without delay. No.
Out the way.
Awaiting your command.
Give me mission. Take Medellini. Here, maybe this will sway the opinion. Be rude. Still no mission, eh? Jeez. War, broke alliance. Allied. Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
Orders.
I'll just go ahead and do it anyway.
Attack! Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Sir.
What we'll do is I will send
Forward.
them
Out
over here
of
to take
move,
those
sir.
provinces. In the name of Rome, of course.
Sir. General. Sir. No more moves, sir. I captain.
Okay.
Your honor. At once. No more moves. Awaiting your command. Without delay. Can I be of service? Your honor. Awaiting your command. Your honor. Your honor. Victory!
Okay, the port of Sparta. Oh man.
Ready to sail. Fleet ready.
Yeah, so Flavius Julius, our leader, who was quaestor last time, is now the able. Rising streets, temples, quarters of the city, distributions of curia, and all-important corn supply. Oh my. And now Lucius, who is our heir, is now the quaestor. So that's good news there. And so let's take a look. He's now the office of quaestor, and you would think, well, he's no longer got it, but he's ex-quaestor, so he still keeps some influence as a result. Let's see, what was plus management, no influence. Now it's plus influence, no management. So
Attack! Victory! This land is Roman! Engage the enemy! Victory!
nice.
Imperator! Sir! Sir! Forward! Out of move, sir! General! Onward! Moves depleted, sir!
At your service. Moving. Out of move, sir.
Fleet ready!
I should have paid attention how much I needed. Oops. There we go.
Awaiting your command. At once. Awaiting your command. At once.
So the way the roadways work
At once.
is
Out
it
of
helps
moves.
your movement speed. You'll notice here in Byzantium there's no road at the moment because they haven't built any, so your movement speed is going to be lackluster. You won't be able to have any advantages from moving along a road. Here in Talus, you see a road going this way, so it'll give you a preferred path to take, which usually stretches along the side of the road because it'll go a little farther. Up here, it's gone now. Let me see if I have any. There we go. Artium has a paved road, so it's even better. You can go even farther. And then unique to Romans is a highway, which we haven't gotten to yet, but you'll see it'll look like a paved road, except it'll be like a really dark gray, and that's the best movement speed you can get in the game, so that'll help that way.
Victory!
Not enough to give me another mission. Oh, I'm out of money. That's a thing. Maybe I should just...
Prepare for battle! Begin the siege! Settlement under siege, sir! General, engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! General, onward! No more moves, sir! Imperator, orders, General! Onward! Orders!
think that's the one I'm attacking. Yep, it is. Perfect.
March! Out of move, sir. Imperator, forward! Forward! Moves depleted, sir. Imperator, forward! No more moves, sir! Orders, sir!
Your Honor, watch.
General! Forward! Moves depleted, sir. Orders, attack!
Money? Money. Nice. Alright.
Sir!
Alright. Leave them there for now. See what kind of mission we get next. Hopefully it'll be, hey, take, well, it'll probably be this one first if I had to assume. Salona. Yeah, they probably will. So we'll take
Sir!
this right
Engage the enemy! Victory! Settlement captured!
Now you're probably thinking, MrBattlecharge, why is it that when you took Mediolanum and Batavium, you decimated the population and took the money, whereas Segestica, you just occupied it, kept the population, but less money? Well, because of the population, actually. So you'll see Segestica still in its first tier of city-state. It's only got 1830 out of 2000. It's really close to getting to the next one. These ones were already above 2000, waiting for 6000. I like keeping the population low because low population means high public order, not necessarily anything related to income. But later on, you'll notice when the population gets too big, too out of control, my public order is going to steep into the low positives. And when it steeps into low positives, there's going to be revolts all the time, and that's one of those things I really don't like having to deal with too much, especially early game. So one thing we do to help minimize that is having the high tax rate early off, control our population growth, which I mean also gives us more money. And another thing is when we take provinces and cities, just decimate the population. I don't want it. I don't want to have to deal with it. Let's see.
Can I be of service? I shall speak with them at once.
Probably going to say no. Oh, I said yes. That was surprising. Have not done anything. Oh, Scythia. So stagnant. Alright. Next turn, please. Another thing I like to do to help control my population is building troops. You'll notice they take soldiers, and taking soldiers actually takes it from your population. But if you don't have money, you can't build soldiers, so that's the downturn, I guess.
Fleet ready!
I don't want to, but I will. Give me that map info. Nice. And now you may die. Take action coming. All the way over there, eh? I guess I can do that.
Fleet ready! Yes, Captain! Moves depleted,
Wow,
sir!
that is surprising. Huh. We'll keep an eye on that. War, broke the lances, allied, ceasefire. Okay. Good. like to see.
Orders? Forward! Move depleted, sir. Orders? Imperator. Splitting the troops. Forward! No more moves, sir! Orders? Forward! Orders? Move up! No more moves, sir.
Right. Next turn. Thank you. I'm not interested anymore. Oh yeah, they wanted me to take Akron come.
Sir! Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir! Victory! Settlement captured! Sir! Attack! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Prepare for battle! Victory! This land is Roman!
Rather than build up to the next city right away, I'm gonna get the roads and land clearance, and then I'll build up. That's my plan. That's all I gotta say.
Sir! Move up! Orders? Imperator! Forward! On the move, sir! Sir! On the move, sir! Orders? Forward!
Sit outside this time. Alright. Next turn, please. Or is there anything else I want to do? Oh, I guess I can move my spy here. I'm gonna have him go up to
Yes, master.
Lugden. I'm just gonna have him explore that territory much.
Victory!
You know, I should have sent him.
Sir!
I don't know what I was thinking.
Forward! Move depleted, sir! Orders? Onward! Orders? Move out! Out of move, sir!
Largest and the strongest. That's good. Nope, nope.
Ready to sail! Aye, Captain. Fleet ready! Aye, aye, Captain!
Unfortunately, I think
Ready
we came
to
with that
sail!
siege on Sparta. Would have been neat to see. Right. Next turn, please. Ooh. Oh.
Pull back! Attack! Victory!
Bored by races? How could you? Weak-chinned army of life.
March! No more moves, sir. Imperator.
Oh. Just in case. No?
We're besieged!
This is gonna hurt.
Pull back! Sir! Onward!
Good.
Prepare for battle! Victory!
Head. My bad. This guy's beasting up. He's only 58. He's getting old. He's got wrinkles.
Ready to sail! Imperator! Orders! Prepare for battle! Disengage!
Yeah.
No
Oh,
more moves,
there's
sir.
another there. Oops.
Aye, Captain. Orders! March! Orders! Onward! Aye, Captain. Sir! March! Merging armies! Engage the enemy!
That's what I wanted.
Victory! March! No more moves, sir. Orders! Orders! Splitting the troops! Move out!
Praetor. So he's moved up. Got an extra improvement to the public order thanks to his ex-aidal position. Now he's older. The senatorial office of praetor, of which praetors are judges and law officers. So plus management and plus 2 to law. That's good. Boy?
Onward! All the moves, sir! Move out! Moves depleted, sir! Aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
That said, though, I think what we'll do is we'll call that episode here. We've managed to greatly expand thus far. We went from just these two to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 in total. So we've grown by 5 times in terms of city count. Senate-wise, we're doing alright on the floor. Skippies are also good with the Senate, but not as good with the people. Pretty sure we had one more. Missions take Aquicum, which I don't. I mean, that'll be close. I think I'll have to send them out. I'll do it next turn. We'll do it next turn. Well, we'll have to try to remember to do it next turn. Anyways, thanks again so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw, be sure to leave a like, maybe a subscribe, so that way you can see all my videos every week, or every day of the week even. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything you saw, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them all, and I will see you guys next week.